Alright, YouTube, it's time for Occult Literature video number 6 concerning the Tincture of the Philosophers, another short alchemical work, only 24 pages. As before, link in the description to where you can purchase this work on Amazon, another link to my books blog. You can find many other titles on there, not just alchemy, grimoires, and so forth. This work is a spurious work attributed to Paracelsus. It is quite obviously not actually of his origin. That is, this is not one of the works Paracelsus wrote. It was ascribed to him. It's like the Sword of Moses. Moses didn't write it. The Key of Solomon. Solomon had nothing to do with its manufacture, nor did he have anything to do with the Testament of Solomon. It's really this long tradition to ascribe works to somebody who didn't actually manufacture them. Oftentimes, centuries go by after the death of the individual, and then this work appears proclaiming to be from them. There's no earlier manuscript. There's no earlier tradition, really. Sometimes it borrows from an older tradition, and that's about all. In this work, though, whoever the author was spends a great deal of their time really threatening critics of the alchemical art, specifically the more literal side of the alchemical art, specifically the aqua fortis and caput mortem sort of stuff, the mix the sulfur and the mercury and cook it over low heat, sort of a recipe booklet of sorts. Although this doesn't get into really specifics on actual alchemical recipes, I've got works that I've edited that do. This isn't one of them, but it does talk in principle about the actual physical manufacture of alchemical materials, as opposed to more philosophical works. However, the first few pages of the work, the preface that was made by whoever wrote it, primarily does focus upon specifically this group of people has attacked me and they're no good. This is why I reject this concept within philosophy that the Sophic art doesn't work. And so you have a more or less literalistic text that fits in with many other texts of the era within alchemy, but it doesn't actually fit in with the sort of natural science of Paracelsus. It's really more on the superstitious side. That being said, it's definitely still a good work of note. It's still quite infamous for its content. It's definitely worth reading, but we shouldn't see it as part of the larger tradition of what Paracelsus wrote. It's like the fourth book of Agrippa. The fourth book of Occult Philosophy wasn't actually penned by Cornelius Agrippa, but it doesn't really matter. It still fits in loosely, at least with the tradition. This a little bit less so than the fourth book of Occult Philosophy. But if you're interested in alchemy at all and you want sort of a general primer on some of the criticism of the era on alchemy, this is probably one of the better works for you. If you're more into that specific argument within alchemy, as opposed to a literal recipe book or just theory and nothing but theory, then this is probably the foremost work that you're going to be able to acquire. Again, link in the description to the actual work on Amazon. Again, it's only 24 pages. It's a short manuscript. Link to the books blog as well, where you can check out some of the other works that I've edited and written over time. That's about all. Peace out.